What's up, fam? It's Pastor Fred, and it's day number 10 of our 21-day devotional. And today we're talking about the power of fasting, or the discipline of fasting. So throughout this, I've used the word fasting and devotional interchangeably. And for some of us, we use the word devotional. For some of us, we use the word fasting. At our church, we've been calling it 21-day fast. And ultimately, the purpose of it all is one of priority and focus. I start every year off with a 21-day fast, as I call it. And the ultimate reason for that is so I can focus, so I can set priorities and really, think through my year. I will tell you this, there was a time where I used to do it religiously because I thought that was a way of trying to essentially force God's hand to work into my life. And I will admit that. And, I've come a long way from that. I don't see it as a necessity for God to be pleased with me for me to fasting. More so, my fasting is for me to set priorities and focus and things of that nature. And so I want to encourage us as it relates to fasting and relates to the discipline of fasting. It is for you to really kind of refocus and reframe and really set the intentions for your year. But I want to caution you, first of all, not to do this as a way to try and get God to look at you and be pleased with you. We are not there. The Bible very clearly states that God is not asking all that from us. But I also want to caution you not to throw it out the window, because it is useful and helpful for you as you're focusing on the year to set aside some things and set aside some things that are I would call fleshly desires, and really kind of push spiritual focus there. Now, people fast food, people do Daniel fast, people do all kinds of fasting. My fast consists of fasting meat, hot sauce, because I love me some hot sauce. There's things that I give up that I know would be beneficial, one, for my health, but also kind of helps me to focus in on my year. I spend a lot of time eating, and if you know me, you know what I mean by that. But I also am very aware that there are times when I need to pull back and I need to really just kind of focus. And for some of us, fasting may be fasting social media. Fasting may be fasting some things that take up a lot of your time, and really learning how to focus there. I don't want this to be a religious thing that if you don't do this, you're somehow in trouble with God. We don't want to have that thought pattern going into this. But I do encourage you to understand there's power in it. The Bible talks about a story where these people were casting out spirits, and they said, they went and said, why didn't that one work for us? And the response was, some things only come out by prayer and fasting. And while I know there's a spiritual connotation in the casting out of the spirit, but I do think there's a principle in that is some things come out by giving your prayers, but also giving your attention and your focus to it. We can pray all day long that we have financial freedom, but if we don't give focus to budgeting and not spending money on certain things and all that kind of stuff, our financial situation won't change. And so that is a form of fasting, as it would put, as a form of giving up. I'm not going to spend money on random stuff. I'm going to focus in on this and partner that focus with my prayers and to change this situation. And so I want to encourage you today. What is it? Maybe you are fasting food, and maybe that's not the thing you need to be fasting. What do you need to be fasting? And what does that look like for you? What are your prayers for? And what can you push your focus to align with your prayers that will bring and change your situation? All right, fam. I hope this one has been a blessing for you. I love you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 11. Peace.